I was never the kind of mother who kept score. My name is Margaret Cole. I am 64. I raised my son, Daniel, in a 2-bedroom house that leaked when it rained. I sold my wedding ring to pay for his college. I told myself love doesn't need receipts. So when Daniel married Claire, I welcomed her like a daughter. I gave them my grandmother's china. I babysat their twins every weekend for 3 years. I co-signed their first car loan. I never asked for anything back. That's why the envelope on my kitchen table broke something in me I didn't know could break. It was a Thursday morning. Daniel was at work. The twins were at school. Claire came by to drop off leftovers. She didn't stay for tea. She set a manila folder down, slid it across my table, and said, "We need to talk." Inside was a bank statement and a letter, typed, cold. Outstanding family debt, $600,000. Due date, 4 days. Option 1, pay in full. Option 2, leave our lives, your choice. I read it twice. My hands were steady. That scared me more than shaking would have. "Claire," I said, voice barely there. "What is this?" She crossed her arms. "Daniel and I made some mistakes. Investments. The market crashed. We owe people. If you love your son, you'll clear this. Or," she looked at the door, "we'll have to cut ties. For the kids' sake. 4 days. $600,000. Or be disowned." I looked at her face. No tears. No apology. Just calculation. But what I didn't know that day was that Claire had no idea who she was talking to. She thought I was just a widow with savings. She thought guilt would make me write a check. She was wrong. I closed the folder. I stood up. "I'll think about it," she smiled. Not kind. Victorious. 4 days, Margaret. Starting now. When she left, the house got very quiet. Too quiet. And in that silence, I made a decision. The first night I didn't sleep. I sat at my kitchen table with that letter under the lamp. $600,000. More than I had. More than I should ever have to give. I thought about Daniel, my boy who used to fall asleep on my shoulder during thunderstorms. The man who called me every Sunday, even after he married her. Did he know? Did he agree to this? I called him the next morning. "Mom, hi," he said, rushed. "Everything okay?" "Daniel," I asked, "do you know about the letter?" There was a pause. Too long. Claire said she was handling family finances. "Mom, we're really in a tight spot." "Tight spot," I repeated. The words felt broken. He didn't say no. He didn't say stop. He just stayed quiet. That was the moment my heart shifted. Not shattered with a scream, shattered with a click, like a lock closing. For years I had been the bridge between them. The peacekeeper. The one who paid for their roof repair when they were short. The one who never made them feel like a burden. And now, I was the bill. Day 2, Claire texted me. Day 2 of 4, bank details attached. Day 3, my neighbour, Mrs. Hale, saw me at the grocery store. "You look pale, dear." I smiled and bought bread. I didn't tell her I was being priced out of my own family. That night, I opened my old desk drawer. Inside was a file I hadn't touched in 12 years. My late husband's business records. A partnership he had. A property we never sold because Daniel said, "We'll deal with it later." It was a commercial lot downtown. Worth much more than $600,000. Claire didn't know about it. Daniel had forgotten. Until everything changed. I thought my job was to give. Now I understood. My job was to protect myself. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I called my lawyer. "Miss Cole," he said, "you're not obligated to pay adult children's debts, especially under threat." "I know," I said, "but I want to do something else." On day 4, I dressed in navy, the same colour I wore to Daniel's graduation. I drove to their house. Claire opened the door, folder ready in her hand. "You have the transfer." I held out my own envelope. I have an answer. She opened it before I could speak. Inside was not a check. It was three things. 1. A letter from my lawyer, stating I had placed the downtown lot into a trust only I controlled. It was now off limits to all family debt. 2. A copy of every loan, every car payment, every babysitting night I'd logged for 10 years. Total value, $87,400. Consider us even, the note said. 3. A photo of Daniel at age 8, asleep on my shoulder. On the back, I wrote, "Love is not an invoice." Claire's face went pale. "What is this? Where's the money?" "The money," I said quietly, "was never yours to demand." Daniel came to the door behind her. He saw the papers, he saw my face, and he finally saw her. "Mom, I didn't tell her to threaten you," he whispered. "You didn't stop her either," I said. I didn't wait for an apology. I turned and walked to my car. 2 weeks later, Daniel came to my house. Alone. Claire had left. She took the twins to her mother's. He said he was done choosing between a wife's greed and a mother's love. He didn't ask for money. He asked for coffee. We had it at my kitchen table. No folders, no deadlines. Today, I see my grandchildren on Sundays. At the park. Public. Peaceful. No price tags. And I learned something in those 4 days. When someone tries to buy your place in their life, you don't negotiate. You close the account. You cannot be disowned by people who were never truly yours. And you cannot be shamed into paying for love. So if they give you 4 days, take them. Use them to remember who you are. Because the moment you stop paying for your own worth, you become priceless.